Hello. How are you doing? FYI, I can barely hear Ian. Okay. Hello.
Are we back?
I think it's time for us to adjust the camera and then be back.
Be back. Yeah, we are back.
I think we are back.
Hello,
Rusty,
the internet.
Rusty, are you there? Are we back?
I am here. It seems that we're back.
Okay, that's good. And if we are too loud, somebody needs to tell us that.
Yeah, that would be good thing to know.
Yeah.
Audio seems good from where I was listening to just a minute ago.
Perfect. All right. Let's get back into it then.
Okay, so last time on the Adventures of Nuzlocke.
Yes, and before we get started, I would just like to make sure we're all on the same page. And in the interest of that, Ian, what's a Nuzlocke?
A Nuzlocke? Well, you see, it's a way to play Pokemon where you give yourself a challenge.
Yep.
The idea of a Nuzlocke, in and of itself, is to challenge yourself.
Yep.
With whatever way you see fit.
Well, and that begs the question, how is a Nuzlocke more different than any other way of playing Pokemon?
Well, you see, there are a couple of rules that most Nuzlockers tend to subscribe to.
And what are those rules, Ian?
Well, you see, the first one is when your Pokemon, when you have them, if they faint, we actually consider them dead.
Ah, you're not allowed to use it anymore.
They're not allowed to use it anymore.
Now, Rusty, do you know the second rule of a Nuzlocke?
If a Pokemon dies, you must tattoo its name across your bare chest or butt.
Well, you see, Rusty, that's wrong.
Dang. Okay, let me try again.
Yep.
Okay, you have to catch, or you can only catch, the first Pokemon in each route you encounter. If you fail to catch that Pokemon, you don't get any redos or retries. Sometimes there's a dupes clause where if you have already caught that Pokemon or one of its species, you get a mulligan on that. I don't think we're doing dupes clause this time, though, are we?
Dupes clause is off right now, but otherwise, you are completely correct. So, an observant viewer may be wondering why I am headed backwards toward the first town. If you recall at the end of our last episode, our egg that we were given to by Professor Elm, it hatched.
No, we were given the egg by Mr. Pokemon. Just gonna clarify that.
Yes, originally we were. And then Professor Elm's assistant gave it back to us. So it was given to us on orders of Professor Elm.
That's fair.
So, and while I'm going back, I'm also grabbing all these berries just because I can. It's been another day.
And to just put the last pin in it, with our Nuzlocke, there's one other rule that we subscribe to.
Yep.
And that is that we need to name every Pokemon. And that's not necessarily
so that you have something to tattoo across your chest or ass.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's not necessarily a rule in every Nuzlocke.
It's basically accepted as a rule.
But it's basically accepted as a rule. But the general idea is that you nickname them to establish that connection.
Yes.
So that it rips your heart out that much more when they die.
Yeah. The other rule that's actually active right now is Shiny Claws. But that'll come to play if we ever meet a Shiny that isn't a Gyarados. So I think because the egg was supposed to have been a Togepi, but the randomizer made it a Staryu instead, I think that quest is locked out from us. So, oh well. Another benefit of walking back is that we have not one, but two Pokemon, Bobra and Flumph, that evolve due to friendship. And walking raises friendship.
It does.
So putting a couple extra steps in, it don't hurt nothing.
Yeah, and you can see there on the side of our stream, that is our squad that we're rolling deep with right now.
Yep. In the last episode, in particular, Betty White did a real good job of beating Faulkner.
Yep. Betty White just kind of flexed on him. Yep. Also, Igglybuff, Bobra has been kind of flexing on them.
Yep, been doing good work. So I'm gonna head back. I may be doing just a little bit of zooming
On our definitely a Nintendo Game Boy.
Yep. Nintendo Game Boy.
Thanks, Ronfred.
Get a couple
So
extra.
I
levels.
noticed
Yep.
that last week we were in the daytime, and it seems to be, even though we are streaming at the same time, at night.
Yes. I went in and made the in-game clock match with the real time. So if I go into my Pokegear here, it's Wednesday at 6:30.
Oh, okay.
That
Cool,
might
cool.
change if we speed through.
Yeah,
things,
I'm not
but-
sure how the turboing does or does not affect that, but I'm not going to sleep over. One reason I want it to be nighttime is because I want Flumph here to evolve into an Umbreon. I'm okay if it evolves into an Espeon, they're both pretty good, but I think Umbreon kind of steps on Hardening's toes less.
Yeah. And the thing that Hardening does well is that it uses psychic attacks.
Yeah, that's about it. It's not really bad, but
I love.
it'll do well. I'm have every confidence.
Some of this used plenty of Butterfrees and Nuzlocks. They tend to do okay. I mean, they're
Yeah, I was
little-
gonna say they seem to be more resilient than you expect.
Yep.
You just switch out against the rock type. That's all you do.
They're great. They're fine. Don't get me.
Poison Cure Berry.
Actually, it's a paralysis cure berry. Or Purrs cure berry.
Herbs.
And now I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to talk to this guy.
He's
Perhaps
gonna give
it's
you
a Pokemon
roar. No, he's gonna give you the starter booster.
Well, he gives you the miracle seed specifically.
Oh, I thought he
Yeah.
gave you whichever one you
Now,
would
the
use.
charcoal is over in the forest, right? Or no,
it's you get it in a zillion times.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give.
Is it on the
that
log?
miracle
Is
seed
it
sponge.
still actually on the log pile in front of the
No.
woodcutter's house?
Once you get the Farfetch'd back to the guy, if you go back to their house, they'll give it to you.
Okay.
And you may notice that we have a new opportunity to get a new friend.
A new friend? I love new friends. They're like old friends, but better.
What do we got?
A sand shrew.
I like him. Don't
I like
kill
it
him.
too. I make no promises.
Yes, I know.
But I am gonna do. So I'm gonna
Now, there
start
are-
with-
There are people who would say that Sandshrew is bad in these old generations. What do you say to that?
Sandshrew is my friend, and he will never not be my friend.
Okay.
From a real analysis standpoint, the thing that hurts Sandshrew the most is that it has a really bad move pool. But there are plenty of Pokemon that have horrible move pools in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Sandshrew and Sandslash have kind of always been good at what they do. They're physically offensive, they're physically defensive, and they don't do a whole lot else.
Yeah, they're kind of fast.
Eh,
They're fast for, like, their type.
eh. I'm using Merp here because Bind isn't doing a whole lot of damage.
And,
I'm gonna get a little closer.
I'm gonna say,
That's right.
if you're not careful. Actually, that is good.
That was planned.
Planned.
And if it wasn't planned, then I'm going to claim it was.
And you'll never know the difference.
Now I'm going to sing him a little lullaby.
Sure
And you viewers at home, or Rusty's at home, should be thinking of a name for a male Sandshrew.
really important.
We'll toss a little ball at him.
Ball. Orb. We're at a GDQ event.
This is not a speedrun.
No.
And we found a little scene troop friend.
Well, let's see. Well, we're gonna name our new friend.
It prefers dry, sandy places because it uses the sand to protect itself when threatened, just like Rusty Shackleford.
Bucket sand.
All right.
All right, Shackleford. I had a name, but you obviously have a better one. So there, we're just going to Shackleford.
That works for me.
Or Shacked.
Not quite enough, but
Yeah, that works.
it works out.
Probably could have gotten rid of the E too, but
Shackleford.
Don't Fackleford with Shackleford.
and we don't have cut yet, so we can't cut that.
Oh, heck.
Oh, hey. Are you
I-
pretty tough?
I do think I'm pretty tough.
Good.
So
you
I'm gonna
remember
be
to switch out?
Rich girl Landon. I don't care.
Okay.
Though I do
You
care
might care
that-
about that.
Yeah. This
Oh, I
is
don't
not a
think
great
you've
matchup.
discussed yet, but your
I'm not
damaging
gonna-
move is still.
I'm gonna
It's
say I'm
still
not
grass.
gonna wait.
Did you give him the seed?
I
Yes.
did.
Okay.
Pocket sand. Right in the face.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Gen 2 had some of the best attack animations.
Yeah, they're really solid.
I love, like when we get to surf. I really love surf.
I really liked in the 3D games, though, when they started giving you a different animation for a physical move, a special move, and a status move. Where each Pokemon has a different animation based on
Yeah,
what kind of move they were using. I thought that was cool.
that was cool. And we're gonna take out another bird.
Bird. She can foot at you. Gonna let it do that? Let it get away with that?
See, I've got 2 debuffs there. So I'm gonna bring out my Barbara.
Ah, bruh. Barbara's name. Barbara. Get into those debuffs again, eh?
Yeah.
Ah, good. It failed. That thing that will just kind of randomly happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna cry.
I'm gonna beat on it.
Beat it up. Beat that birdie up.
Whoop-pow! Whoop-pow! Shot me with its lasers.
Again, when I was, 6 years old, that was just the coolest thing.
I was always like, why doesn't it do damage?
Yeah, that's a.
Why don't these obvious lasers do anything?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, but I thought the animation was sick as hell.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now I'm gonna go fight whoever isn't Picnic Liz.
It used to be ridiculous. Because she was on the phone. She had a new or no, a new brand female. And when you fought her back, you
Well, now she's Swimmer Girl Pansy.
It's
She's
a
got a
Larvitar.
Larvitar.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Too bad it's gonna die.
Oh no, it bit me.
You're glad that doesn't have stab right now.
It doesn't. Ouch, Charles. It bit me.
Man, this Larvitar is ready to go. It already has Bite and Sandstorm.
But does it have the room?
Well, it doesn't matter because it doesn't have any HP left.
It's true. It's all fresh out. No more hope.
Oh, not gonna let my Darude Sandstorm joke live there, Rusty? Okay, I see you.
She's gonna call me. Got them
Gonna-
digits.
Is she going to call you on your cell phone?
Yeah, I mean, what else?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's gonna be weird when you're walking down the phone. Oh, hey, look at that. That would have been neat.
That
Easy
would have been.
Togepi.
Too bad it's gonna be a Toga dead.
That's my favorite part about playing Nuzlocke is looking at all the Pokemon you could have caught.
Yep.
That's
Whether
the
or not
great
you're
part about
successful.
Randomizers.
No, it's gonna be great when you're walking down the road later, and she calls you back, and you're like, "Yo, what up, Pansy?" And some passerby's gonna be like, "I can't believe you're talking to your friends like that." And you're gonna be like, "First off, mind your business.
Yeah.
Second off,
Nobody
that
else
is her name."
I will be right back.
Ian will be right back. We have a particularly whiny dog right there.
He is right there.
That's okay. I'm gonna drink a Togepi. And then I'm gonna grow to level 12.
So, are we going to evolve this Sunkern as soon as we get the Sunstone, or are we gonna
So,
let it learn some moves?
about that, there's only one way to get a Sunstone, and that is to win first place at the bug catching contest. Now,
Which doesn't happen on Wednesdays.
well, we can change the date. Who cares? If we were to very strictly follow the Nuzlocke rules,
Oh,
we only-
wow.
Yeah, we only get one shot. The first thing we encounter, if it doesn't win the contest, then it is we're stuck with the Sunkern. So the question is, are we allowed to replay the bug catching contest until we get a Sunstone, or are we going to be real hardliners about it? I'm kind of leaning toward option 2 because I think that's hilarious.
I don't know. One, Sunkern is really bad.
It has the
And-
lowest base stat total in the game.
It's so bad, and it would be very easy to say you can catch whatever you want in the bug catching contest and just not use it.
Yeah,
The same way as if you were doing a Nuzlocke in the Pokemon Let's Go games.
Yeah.
They're not technically possible to complete with standard Nuzlocke rules because of the gates.
so I am open to either option.
Well, let's wait until Ian gets back.
Yeah.
My vote would be towards. I mean, it's obvious. This is your playthrough.
Yeah.
But my vote would be make your Sunkern usable, rather than making the. I mean, the joke's funny right now,
Yeah.
but is it going to be funny in 2 hours when you still don't have any other grass types?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Hello, I am back.
So the discussion we're having, Ian, if you want to evolve a Sunkern, you have to give it a Sunstone.
Right.
Are we still? No, yeah, because that really had a lot of charm. Just weird that this guy had a grass type, or had a water type. Anyway, if you want to evolve your Sunkern, you have to
Right.
use a Sunstone.
Right.
The only way in this game to get a Sunstone is to win the bug catching contest.
Right.
Now, if we are incredibly hardline traditionalists about it, we get one shot at the bug catching contest. So, you know, the very first thing you encounter If you catch it and it doesn't win, then you are completely locked out of a Sunstone.
Right.
And that Sunkern stays a Sunkern till it dies.
Or his box.
Whatever. Or I beat the game. But, so the debate we're having is, do we say that we can complete the bug catching contest as many times as we want to in order to get a Sunstone, and just not use whatever Pokemon we catch in it after our first encounter? Or do we truly go hardline traditionalist and live with a Sunkern if that's what we live with?
Rusty, what's your call?
Rusty and I have already given our opinions, so not to temper yours, what do you think we should do? I like how pissed off Smoochum looks.
Oh, it's so
angry.
angry. I wasn't even looking. Oh man, it's so pissed.
It's upset that it will be censored as a jinx.
I got up this morning.
But
I
anyway.
had to deal with this trainer.
Yeah.
Bad coffee. No breakfast. Okay. So, you said that we have one shot, one opportunity. Right.
You might miss
If
your chance
we
to
do
go.
it. Yeah.
Or we can give ourselves as many chances as we want.
Well,
The future is ours.
Well, you see, I am used to having one shot, one opportunity. So, following the lead of great American poet and philosopher Marshall Mathers,
Yeah.
where we only get one shot, one opportunity. There's vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
We have one shot, one opportunity.
Do not miss your chance to...
Whatever, I don't know. It's been a long
So,
time since
this
one.
Pokemon is typically a Magikarp. And you'll notice it is substantially higher than the level curve of everything else around here.
Yeah.
That is balanced when it's a Magikarp. That is not incredibly balanced when it's a Wooper in this case. I was
So
real lucky there
remember-
and got some confusion.
On that note, going with the unified Marshall theory on Pokemon catching here.
Yeah.
Next time we catch a grass type, we must name it Spaghetti. Because it's going to replace that Sunkern because it's
gonna die.
just so useless. Not even because it's like, even if Sunkern's still alive, whatever we catch is going to be better.
Oh, this was never about what's good.
Good, yeah.
I have things in the box that are much better than the things I'm using. My approach to Nuzlocke has always been use what you're given until it dies, and then swap it for whatever you think might be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, for example, that Staryu is going to be awesome if I were to use it, but I'm not going to use it until Betty White dies.
And
If-
as we
I
established,
guess.
Betty White's gonna outlive us all.
Yes.
So, that fish has a great chance at life.
Yeah. Likewise, that Sandshrew, for example, I wouldn't use until Murph died, etc.
Are bug and psychic typings still mixed up in this generation, or hardening is just so good at psychic that it...
Hardening isn't particularly... it's better at psychic things than any other bug type. But from a type chart perspective, this game is essentially the same as Gen 5. I can't think of any major differences. Gen 6 did a couple of small tweaks. Of course, they did add Fairy type, which is a pretty big, substantial change. But the only other major change to the type chart is that Steel no longer resists Ghost and Dark.
Okay.
So in this generation, it does. But otherwise,
I
the
always-
type chart basically looks like it does in Modern.
I always thought that Bug resisted Psychic. I never would have used a Psychic move on a Bug type.
Bug takes neutral damage from Psychic, but Bug is super effective on it.
Right. Now, I remember there was some kind of bug in Gen 1 where Bug types were also weak to Psychic and they weren't supposed to be, correct?
You may be thinking of Poison type.
Yeah.
In Gen 1, Poison, due to a glitch, is weak to Bug. And Bug is weak to Poison.
Oh, okay.
Also getting Hardening out of there.
Yeah, you get away from it. Yeah, may need to swap one.
I'm gonna say, I think I would have gone Merpin.
At the same time.
Again, cool looking animation.
You got me.
Both are some sandy boys.
I can't sand. But I can't sand.
I like the idea of.
I can't hit it with my accuracy decreasing move because I've been hit with these accuracy decreasing
I'm
moves.
gonna give one more, then this one.
I really like the idea of just these two people with like sand in their eyes, just kind of like throwing blindly at each other more sand.
Throwing more sand.
What would you do?
Ooh! I would
Yeah, I'm definitely
switch out
swapping.
right now.
Definitely swapping after that. Let's get some Bob back here.
That could have been bad.
It couldn't have been worse. That was a crit. So it's not like he would have done more damage. I mean, maybe a point or two if he had rolled something
my.
different, but I knew I was safe. After this, I will be going back and healing.
I was gonna say.
Not after, or not before I Bobra. I want to Bobra right into it. Whack.
So how do you think this Igglybuff performs a pound move?
Well, if it's anything like the Jigglypuff from Smash Bros, it just kind of slaps it.
Yeah, no. That's just in my head canon. That's just how Pound is performed by a Jigglypuff now.
Yeah.
Of a someone of the Puff line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always liked the idea especially with Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
If you look at your thumb, and then you imagine like drawing a Wigglytuff, like the front of a Wigglytuff on your thumb,
Yeah.
and then you take that shape and then you punch your thumb down towards the rest of your fist. That is how a Wigglytuff does Pound. It just kind of head slaps with its
That is a
thumb
funny
shape.
visual.
Just fuck.
Gotta talk to my mommy.
So, in your head, Wigglytuff is fighting something. Someone from the crowd yells, "Use your head!"
That takes it incredibly literal.
Yeah. And then the immediate response is, "Not like that!"
See, the slap that I'm imagining, like that Jigglypuffs and family did in the anime, was more like a slapping.
Yeah.
When you're
That real
that's
slap.
what I imagine the slap is, and the Pound has got to be meatier than the slap that they're doing, because the double slap is like an iconic thing that the Jigglypuff family does, right?
Yeah.
That
pretty
is,
Yeah.
if they had a signature move, it would be double slap.
much. If they had a signature move, it would be Sing.
Well, yeah, okay, you're right. It would be Sing. But the Pound needs to be meatier than a slap, right? So there's nothing really meaty about except its whole body,
Yeah.
and so it also learns Body Slam, so it can't just hurl itself at you because that move's already taken.
Yeah.
So what it's left with is just kind of head thwacking you.
Yeah.
And it's also not a headbutt, because it can get headbutt through TM, so it's not like ramming you with its head.
Yeah.
So by elimination, it's just this like thumb war. Smacking.
Move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whack.
Punching the face.
I've thought about this a lot.
You
I
have.
can tell. Maybe more than anyone else ever has.
Well, and Ian and I have the disadvantage of having the preconceived notion of how it works in Smash Bros.
I'm gonna say, I don't see it as a disadvantage. I see it as
A difference in perspective, I should say.
I see it as I really like that Smash Bros. Game.
I do
And,
really like that Smash Bros. Game.
Kind of wish rest worked the same type of way in this game.
Yeah.
But
If anything, I would actually like Rest in Smash Bros. To work a little bit like it does in this game, where Rest healed Jigglypuff a little bit.
well, you see, I love what rest is in Smash, and as Mr. Sakurai said today, they don't always design moves to be as accurate
to the
as
source
possible.
material.
They design it to be fun.
Yeah.
By the way, we were blessed with Mr. Sakurai this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
For those who are watching the VOD many years down the road, today at like 7 a.m. our time, the trailer for, or not the trailer, but the explanation video for Terry Bogard in Smash Ultimate came out today, and Mr. Sakurai got on and geeked out about fighting games for a little bit.
Yeah. It was incredibly wholesome. Like, Sakurai was just talking, dropping, some serious, 90s fighting game knowledge.
It was awesome.
And he was
I
like,
loved it.
and he was like, oh man, I miss Fatal Frame. Or not Fatal Frame, Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury.
Yeah. It was very wholesome. And
I was gonna say, Fatal Frame is a different thing.
and
Which is also, it does have representation in Smash Bros. Fatal Frame Girl is a assist trophy.
and so people were saying, so this is gonna be a 40-minute video. There's no way it's just gonna be Terry. And nope, Sakurai is a nerd, and
Geeked out about fighting games for 45 minutes.
yeah, no, it was the purest Sakurai I think I've ever seen.
I don't know why I just walked all the way back to Violet City.
I
Because
was gonna
just
say,
thinking about that.
there is a Pokemon Center 10 feet away. I should have spoken up.
yeah, no.
I figured you knew something I didn't.
Yep.
No, and I think you cleared out
I mean,
all the trainers.
technically, I did have to get past this spinner, but... And then this dude's gonna try and sell me a Slowpoke tail.
For $1 million or whatever.
Yes. And I'm gonna go over here and talk to this piece of grass. And what? It's a great ball.
Wow,
That's a great ball.
that is a great ball.
I'm gonna go.
Now, we're on Crystal, right?
Yes.
We can change the day to Thursday
Yeah,
and get an item there.
you can. Do you know what item it is?
I believe it is the Sharp Beak.
It is not. The Sharp Beak is given to you by Monica on Monday on the route to the west of Olivine.
Yes, he
In
did.
that case, it is the poison one.
Yes, you're correct. It is the Poison Barb. I don't remember the specific day of the week.
I think
think
that
it's
it's
Thursday.
Thursday.
It may be Thursday.
Yeah, he did just kind of drop that knowledge right there.
I love the JoJo games. They're probably my favorite music.
Maybe an item to increase attack power.
I'm gonna go back and pick up some trainers that I missed.
We can go to the Tojo Falls and find a list of where everybody is.
Yep.
It's kind of on the route before, but you're in the vague ballpark.
Did you just subtle flex on him there?
He's close. He's right in that it's the area, but kind of between Kanto and Johto.
See, I thought it was after. I thought we had to get Waterfall. I thought it was after technically Tojo Falls.
Yes, you're right.
So your little subtle flex was actually the opposite of the truth. I said Tojo Falls. You said actually a little bit before Tojo Falls.
Yeah,
I would argue that
I
it's a
believe
little
you're
bit after Tojo Falls.
Yep, you are right. And speaking of right, I have a white, specifically a Betty.
Yep. Okay. Couldn't
Yeah,
have done
that
any
was,
different.
that was almost.
That was almost a bad, Nathan.
What?
Speaking of right,
Yeah.
I have a white.
Yeah.
Nate, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
I'm gonna go up here and battle a tournament. First, I'm gonna fight a sand shrew.
Oh, he does a little mouth thing.
I'm gonna scream at him.
That's kind of what he does.
I did actually go in and check after that first stream, and nobody emailed us any merps.
Dang.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I haven't checked since I checked last time, which it's been several
Yeah.
weeks.
We can hope for.
We may have a merp or two in there now, but we do humbly request that you send us your best merps to Cobrastryke Lightningbolt at gmail.com. Strike is spelled with a Y because it is cooler that way.
If you figure out how to do that, I'll figure out how to rig up a soundboard so every time it uses Screech, we'll play your audio.
Rusty, give us your best merp.
Okay. My best merp Screech. Are you ready?
Yes. You know, I think our levels peaked there.
Yeah. Maybe a little. See,
A little merpy.
I like that Nathan and Rusty were just actually screaming. And
To be fair,
and my merp is.
I screamed into my hand so as to not ruin everybody wearing
Everybody's
headphones.
eardrums.
Yeah. And mine is merp.
Yep. So, Fisher Esteban here thinks I have an intriguing glance.
Kids, you're 10. Calm down.
Hey, look at the snake. Mine's bigger.
Nathan,
Yeah.
they're
Actually,
10. Calm down.
What? It's just
I
two
would
guys
like-
in the woods comparing the size of their snakes.
I would like to present an alternate Screech sound effect for merp.
Please do.
So I'm gonna need quiet for a minute, and then I want to actually unmute the stream on my end so I can hear what it sounds like also.
Of course.
So here we go. I'm going to play it, and then I'm gonna click unmute.
Okay.
So this is my second alternate. It may not work. Mike might not pick it up, but we're gonna try it out.
Okay. You think that's what a screeching merp sounds like?
Yes.
That's you.
Yeah.
You think you got it?
Yeah? You sure did something.
You nailed the tape.
That's an audio sound I will never unhear. Thanks for that.
I have good news.
What's that?
It came through crystal clear on the stream.
Oh, I'm so happy about
I'm
that.
good. All of
Oh,
you.
that's immortalized on the internet forever, huh?
It sure is.
Fantastic.
Oh, good.
And now we know that I have a good enough quality mic to pick up that kind of sound for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the way that our sound is set up, you guys will pick it up and broadcast it just fine.
Yep.
Mhm.
And of course, when we're broadcasting from here, it'll pick up just fine as well.
Yep.
So, this is a really good day for audio for the Cobrastryke Lightningbolt channel. We
I
did a
think
lot
you're
of
right, Rusty.
important work today.
It's also
a lot of important work
somehow
today.
simultaneously the worst day for
The
audio. Oh,
best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yes. I'm gonna think my orb is going to be that orb.
Yeah, you're double level. You should.
It's also getting really pleased with you.
Yes.
It should be really close to friendship, which means almost nothing mechanically in this game other than evolution.
Yep.
But
Return does exist
maybe.
in this game.
Well, okay.
And
But it's not going to give it a
candidate
higher
to put-
crit rate.
Yeah.
It's not going to give it a higher crit rate. It's not going to make sometimes it's not going to survive with 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't...
And
What do
to be clear, friendship is different than affection.
Yeah.
They're separate mechanics.
What do you think of the addition of those kinds of mechanics in later games where you sometimes survive with 1 HP, you sometimes crit more often?
I love stuff like that because it's optional.
Yeah.
If you want to sit down and play the little yarn game and pet your Pokemons, which I do, I love doing that, then all more power to you, and it rewards you for doing that. But if you think that that makes the game broken and unfair in your favor, then you don't have to do that.
Yeah. You can. That is a active choice you can do to avoid.
So I love little mechanics like that. I think they're great.
Okay, I got real good at that. That yarn where you gotta tap one time.
Yep.
I got real good at it.
It's kind of a bird.
No, it's not really a bird at all.
Rusty,
It evolves into a bird.
Kind of.
It's a baby bird.
Hey,
It's a bird.
It,
Rusty,
it literally is kind of a bird in that it is a baby bird.
Yep.
Rusty, are we coming through clear?
You are on my audio. Let me check the stream.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna talk just a little bit continuously, just to make sure the sound levels are coming through clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great.
Okay.
Well, darn. I feel horrible about that.
Yeah, no. We were just having some weird hiccups, weird looking stuff. So. Good to
Yeah,
know we're okay.
your screen share. I keep finding myself watching the actual stream
Yeah,
because it's much better quality than the screen share you're sending me.
probably.
It like the stream looks really clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy with that. I'm gonna drink a Diglett.
But you didn't drink it dead.
Not quite. I'm trying to finish it off. Really only just need one of those low bubbles.
Little pipette.
Yep. Just a little...
Remember what we said about the best audio, the worst audio simultaneously? I think I
Oh yeah,
was so goofy. Like,
it looked
I
like
know-
something was trying to get out of it.
ugh.
Maybe a sun kern. Oh my god!
This is basically the Spider-Man meme. Aw. It's trying to drink me.
We'll drink it back.
Nah, I'm gonna flash it instead.
So
Hey,
you flashed
we're
it,
on
and then it
Twitch.
tried to
You
drink
can't- You can't do that. They're gonna shut our channel down if you flash them.
Yep.
But don't worry, throwing cats is fine.
I'm gonna flash it.
Is this worth it, Nathan?
Eh. It's strong.
You're gonna power up to do 4 damage instead of 2 damage.
Yeah, I also find myself wondering why.
I probably should swap to hardening, but I want Marsh to get the EXP. We'll see how much damage this does. That's not horrible.
You're simultaneously, like, the most patient person I've ever seen play Pokemon, and, like, the most frustrating.
Well, you know, it makes for good TV.
Does it?
I don't think it does.
I think it does. And this is my stream, so I get to decide what is and isn't important.
Okay. This is the hill that Nathan dies on.
I'm just gonna go a little bit of drinking.
Sucking this Ditto off.
Yes. I don't think there's a better way to phrase that.
I certainly don't.
Alright, sure is hanging on by a thread. There it goes.
Okay, good. And he's
March
dead.
is strong.
Yeah, it sure did look like something was trying to get out of that Ditto when we got it.
And that's okay.
Like, I know, like, Ditto's goofy, but just seeing it there, you're like, ugh. As much as I love Ditto.
It looked like it had something within.
Kinda did.
Trying to escape. Get out.
Alright, what have we got here?
And...
A Ponyta!
Oh, dang!
Oh, dangus.
I'm gonna sing to it.
And you're gonna miss.
Fire. Missed.
I wonder how you miss singing. Is it just like...
Well, again, if we're looking to Smash Bros. For inspiration, it happens all the time.
Yeah, well, that sing's bad.
I don't trust myself not to crit, so I'm gonna swap to a safe little Merp.
I'm gonna Merp it. We shouldn't be able to do anything to Merp. So,
It probably can't do a whole lot.
I mean, it might be able to burn him, and that would be
I
like
doubt
the
it gets
worst.
Undercut.
But I don't think it does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It might.
maybe, but
It growled at me.
it be growling.
I'm gonna do another screech.
Yell.
And the reason I'm doing that is to let the passive damage of Bind deal damage. Because I don't trust myself to not kill it. And do another Scram.
No.
How many characters do we get for Pokemon names?
10 if I'm remembering correctly. However many letters are in for Alligator. With no O. One more time. And one more hurt by Bind.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna swap back to Barbara and sing to it.
Okay, sing at him.
Serenade it. No. Ah. No. Barbara's slow.
Yeah, Nathan, it's an Igglybuff. Igglybuff doesn't have a good stat. It doesn't even have a decent stat.
Get the ball. Get the ball.
In
Get
the
the ball.
ball.
Get the ball. Damn it.
It's the worst. Like, you get so close, and yet so far.
A Great Ball would be approaching guaranteed with it asleep, wouldn't it?
Possibly.
But who needs it?
I knew I had pretty good odds.
Okay. I have a name.
Oh,
I'm going to spell it out for you. I'm just going to dictate the letters.
Hold on just a moment. Okay. Do I start upper or lowercase?
Upper L. Lowercase I. L. Space. Upper. N. Lower. A. S. Space.
Yep.
Capital.
Yep.
X. End.
The horses in the back.
Oh, I know this song. I got my horses in the back, horses in the front, horses on the left, horses in the right. I got my horses on top, horses down below, horses in my mind, 'cause you can't touch my flow. Yeah, I know that song. No, that's how it goes.
I was fine until the very end.
What? I'm good at rap.
I thought that it went, gonna take my horse to the hotel room.
Yeah?
I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Please stop.
We have a duck.
We specifically do not have a duck because we caught little Nos.
I mean, like, I'm gonna fight the duck.
Little Nos X. Don't forget the X. It's
Okay.
really important to me.
Is that not a 10? He's the 10th, right? Little Nas the 10th? Oh, that is a loud lightning strike.
I'm gonna go grab our puppy.
Oh. You may want to close the door, too.
Oh, I was about to step away
May or
too,
may
but
not
I'm not
have
going to
left it
leave my
outside.
man Nathan hanging
What did you say?
on the stream. I said I was about to step away too for a minute, but I'll wait for Ian to get back so you're not streaming by your lonesome.
What about me streaming by my lonesome? You think I can't carry this stream?
Well, I think you absolutely could. I don't think you should have to.
Ah, well, that's very sweet and considerate of you.
Now, if
Oh,
you
he
were
was
choosing
out.
to do, if you were choosing to do a solo stream for the channel,
Yeah,
I certainly wouldn't be like, no, you must have a buddy system for the streams. But since we're doing a group stream,
yeah.
and we have people to cover for like bathroom breaks and stuff, I'll just wait till Ian gets back.
Yeah. I understand that. I didn't realize he was out.
Yeah. So I put him out to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
It was not fine.
Nothing bad will happen.
Is it actually raining out there?
Yes.
No. What was that?
All right.
Yeah.
Now I will be back
I
in
missed you
just a
already.
moment.
Don't worry. We'll carry the stream without you. Like I thought I heard Nathan say.
Something like that.
But yeah.
I love the hiker design of this game. I mean, the biker design. That's Biker Jackie.
You're Jacqueline.
Flump!
Flumps is gonna kill it. Fire dog.
Oh. Ow.
What? Not gonna do a whole lot. Huh? I didn't think it. I was to say, I don't think it'll feel good, but it's okay. Now that will not feel great.
Oh, that's
First time you get hit with a fire.
that bobber on that guy.
Oh, Bobber fired.
That's good. I think that-
Much.
that's good.
Yeah. Nate, if I was kind of showing that it's a first form and a nah, they added a lot of
That's okay. I can merp it.
Rip it real good. It's gonna burn.
In the vanilla game, this guy usually has an Onyx, so it's cool to defeat it with an Onyx. Spread that EXP around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Merp. The Biker Jacqueline.
Marth. So turn into a randomizer. I'm sick of BSC. Yeah, they're
Is that Dan?
Marth.
I don't know if that's Dan. Is that Dan?
Might be a Dan. Aha! It is a Dan.
Hey, Dan. It's been a hot minute.
Hello, Dan. I don't know if you really remember me.
You did stay in a room with him once.
I did.
Once I see somebody going Marth, I'm like, I think I know who that is.
It is something that when he plays Marth now, he does say with a regularity.
You do sometimes gotta Marth into people.
Oh, you do remember me vaguely. You remember me when I was like 17.
You mailed us a sleeping bag, but back then Ian left there.
You don't have to put me on drag like that in front of the internet.
In fact, the entire internet now has that in Reddit forever.
Yep. Now forever.
I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center real quick because I got a burn flump.
You do have a flump that is burnt.
Or if you have an inflamed flump, what kind of specialist do you see?
Doctor. It's my flump. It got burnt.
Inflammation of the flump. It's not great. You'll be feeling that. They make a cream for it.
Ew. Merp.
Gotta merp into it.
Gonna merp. And merpin. And merpin.
Missed.
I tackle. But I miss.
Gotta run into it. Hit with your rock snake.
Good job. Killed that little bird.
Go over to the Pikamin Center right here.
Oh, you dog.
Oh, yeah, we have a stream guest. Stream beast. I know a couple things, Sneaky Goose. Lay it on me. I might know it. I'm a little more familiar with the mechanics in Gen 6, 7 or so.
GSM? Or GSC?
Yes, Gold, Silver, Crystal. Yeah. Killed my Pokemon like 3 times though.
I have returned as though like a phoenix.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Somehow hotter than you were before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we welcomed Marth, and the Sneaky Goose?
Yes, we have.
I have. We are hopefully answering some breeding trivia for the Sneaky Goose.
Good.
We're also probably going to fight a duck.
Did we also pull Little Nas X out of storage?
No, we have not. And we're probably not going to unless something does.
You have betrayed me for the last time.
That's okay.
Rusty will remember this.
I will tell you right now, I have no plans of adjusting the team unless something dies.
Very well.
Though a Ponyta is a very cool catch, and I'm very happy that we got it. And it will probably make the team if something does die. With the possible exception of Betty White, who, if she dies, will be replaced with that Starry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight a guy. Biker Kate.
So what you're saying is, as soon as Marsh dies,
Something like that.
not adjusting the team, is that what I heard?
I have no plans to.
Yeah, not until you kill something.
Yes.
Nathan,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
I might be a little upset if we beat the Elite Four with that Sun Kern.
Why? I would be thrilled if we're able to
To give you some context, Rusty, I have beaten the Elite Four in this game with an unknown.
multiple times.
I know.
If remember, right?
Maybe I haven't touched.
So the reason I mention it is because I know that you could make it happen.
Yes. I'm not going to like coddle it or anything. If it dies, it dies.
Okay. Alright. I was wondering if the shiny parent will always pass the shiny DBs the opposite gender egg, which really increases the opposite gender. The odds of an opposite gender baby shiny. I've done some red Gyarados plus Ekans, then get shiny Ekans female. Next, I would breed the shiny female Ekans with a regular male Ekans, get a male Ekans. That's what question comes to all Ekans. I breed from the female. Okay. So,
I have no idea how DV inheritance works in Gen 2.
if it works similar to how shiny stuff works later on, or how breeding stuff works later on, it should always, the DVs should always come from the female parent. Is what I'm remembering.
Well,
but
and
I'm not really
I
sure.
really only know breeding mechanics from like Gen 6 on. How it works in those games. This thing is dragging me into trouble. But in at least in late gens, the child will always have 3 IVs coming from a parent, and it's not specified which one, so it could be very well from either one. But I just don't know how DV inheritance works in Gen 2. Sorry, I can't help you there, pal. Sing to this thing. What am I seeing?
Dragon range at 22. You are
I'm probably fine.
more than fine.
In that case, I'm gonna beat it up.
There else. And there also. IVs and
Yeah.
See, I thought DVs were very specifically different from what I'm remembering, but it's been a long time.
I'm unfamiliar with the mechanics.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
So just not something when I play these games regularly, I was like 8. So, and I have gone back and played them, but I will truly admit I don't do a lot of breeding.
Yeah.
Or not near the amount of breeding that he does.
But then again, I only do that in modern games.
Yeah, Can we... And I'm very specifically leaving a sword and shield out of this, so...
Yeah.
Out of this question, so we don't need an answer about that. Is it still possible to get a Gen 2 Pokemon all the way up to current Gen?
Well, the Virtual Console games, you can transfer directly to Gen 7.
And I'm not talking about them. I'm saying off of our definitely Nintendo Game Boy now.
In Gen 3, they changed the data structure. So there is no way to transfer from Gen 2 to Gen 3.
Okay.
So the oldest quote-unquote Pokemon will be coming from Gen 3, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby Sapphire.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Gale of Darkness and
Colosseum. Yeah, I couldn't remember if there was a way to get that transferred over. So.
Only from the
or
Virtual
from
Console.
3DS Or from 3DS specifically, Gen 1s.
Yeah.
Yes, Gen 1 and Gen 2 Virtual Console. And when you do that, they have a little Game Boy icon.
I do know that I had seen that.
So here's my question. Is there a Game Shark or similar that would let you edit original trainer and stats information
Yes.
to let you totally recreate one of your Mons in Gen 1?
Yes. Keep in mind that the data structure it was completely revamped after Gen 2. As a matter of fact, when transferring from Gen 2 to Virtual Console games to a modern generation, they don't actually keep any of the like DVs or anything. I think they give it like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they give it like 3 random perfect IVs. It always has its hidden ability, if they've got a hidden ability. And...
oh, that's cool, actually.
Yeah.
Always having the hidden ability.
The only things that they retain are the species, gender, and...
Name, right?
the name, the OT. I think shininess. But like, I think they reroll just about everything else. Like they give it a random nature and everything. And as a matter of fact, that was a small bit of controversy when the Virtual Console games came out.
That they didn't retain those stats?
Yeah, they were... People were getting mad that they just made everything up.
Can you blame them?
Like, not really.
There's not a good way to do that. There's not a way to do that.
But yes, there is absolutely tools that you could use to insert a Pokemon. And as a matter of fact, there are tools that you can use to look at a Pokemon on a ROM file and get what its IVs and everything are, and insert those into a real game. If I had the time and the effort and everything, I absolutely could have put that dead Articuno into a real game.
We don't talk about that.
Yep. But I'm
So
not...
the tools exist, but my question is, I guess really, is there a quote legal way to do it?
No.
Like is that contained in Nintendo software via a Game Shark or similar download for 3DS software?
Not without hacking the game.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of consider Game Shark et al. Hacking, so...
I mean, Nintendo allows the sale of them.
Yeah. The argument can be made that Nintendo doesn't stop them. So, and I think programs like that basically allow creation of Pokemon that have whatever attributes you want them to.
It's not so much they allow it to happen. It's not worth the time and money to go, what is it, DMCA?
Yeah, do what's it called? Cease and desist.
Yeah. Just not worth
that
to them.
The argument I've heard is Nintendo does allow it to happen by not necessarily pursuing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they do issue takedown notices, especially for
mods and stuff.
Like independently created Pokemon games, the Pokemon Uranium, Pokemon Fusion Generation, all of that.
I forgot they took that generation. I remember Uranium. Good thing you got that, and we don't have that. It was taken down in 2 minutes.
It didn't last. That's okay.
people will talk about, the mods of
Generally
Smash Bros.
speaking,
Game.
mods aren't really taken down. Though Nintendo has kind of stepped up that sort of DMCA takedown here lately. But generally speaking, especially in the past, they haven't really gone after mods of games. It's more like I recreated a Pokemon game, or I created a
new Pokemon game.
quote unquote. And that seems to be what they tend to go after more. I'm gonna fight a duck.
Kill it. Kill it
Can't
with
make
fire.
I'm gonna kill it with Flump. But yes, I have seen people take emulated Pokemon and translate them to real cartridge. Which is neat.
That is.
We have Doduo. Ooh, that's cool bird. It's got 2 heads. Ian, do you know if this Doduo is male or female?
Well, obviously it's male.
It is male. And do you know why?
Yeah, Nathan, because it indicates above the stats.
That is true. It also has a black neck.
I don't
Female Doduos have a tan neck.
actually know if I knew that.
Well, now you know.
Like, I knew, I knew the Pikachu tail and all, which is fairly new.
Gen 5. Gen 4.
Yeah.
I think Gen 4.
And there are other variants, no two Spindas are similar, random patterns, things like that.
Yep, kill the bird. And now, I've got a level 14 Flump.
Your Flump is 14?
I've got some real good Flump. High quality Flump right there.
Good Flump.
I am looking for Pokemon, but only one per area.
Yeah, you don't do much more after that.
Gymnast Jimmy.
Jim.
That man, upon seeing that guy, I definitely thought, this is a gymnast.
I'm gonna swap to Murp.
Gonna Murp it real good.
Murp it real good. Alright, Ian, give me your best Murp.
Murp!
That would lower my defenses.
Murp!
Now I'm gonna run in.
Now you gotta hit it with your head.
Yep.
Or whatever part of the body you use. Don't tackle with your heads, kid.
I think you should bash into your Murps with your head. Do it, kids. The police won't stop you.
Okay. That got dark. Not the way I was going.
Yep.
But we'll take it, I guess.
I wonder what's next to Gymnast Jimmy. It's a Spinnerack.
He's a little spinny rat.
And I'm gonna go confuse it.
You're gonna kill it. Kill it with mine.
Yep. Kill it with my feelings.
How do you think confusion works? Does he just say something really confusing and the brain hurts, or...
Well, in the anime, confusion is just like manipulating stuff with psychic energy.
Yeah.
One could argue, or what I've always kind of thought of it as is just it's a psychic attack. It's literally attacking your psyche. And it's not doing
necessarily,
anything physical.
not necessarily like it's not a punch, but it's like an attack on the mind.
Yep. Just like a disorienting psychic wave. Don't know roll.
I don't think it would. This seems early to know a move like roll.
I'm willing it to not know roll.
Well, you're also confusing.
That works too.
And hurt yourself? It's really satisfying when they hurt themselves in confusion and die.
I like that.
When they hurt themselves to death.
Yep. It's a 40 base power, typeless physical attack. On yourself.
Yeah. So, confusion damage does more to, like, a Gyarados than it would to a Alakazam. Because Gyarados has stupid high attack.
Well, like, Merc wouldn't hurt himself in confusion very much at all.
Yeah, because
Because he has low attack and very high defense.
Yeah. So it's not, a set damage like poison or burn. They are a set percentage.
That attack boost, or the way it factors in attack, is why Prankster Swagger was as effective as it was Gen 5, Gen 6.
Don't take me back to the bad times.
They were the bad times.
The only time I got real competitive in OU was Gen 5.
Speaking of competitive people, look at Entrepreneur Joe.
He certainly is an entrepreneur. What he is maneuvering entrely, I don't know if I want to be a part of.
I'm gonna attack around.
Like the fire breather has a fish. Excuse me, the entrepreneur has a fish. It's a fish.
And now it's fish sticks.
So, next gym we got coming up is Bugsy, right?
Yes. That does not mean that Bugsy will be using bugs.
Yeah. So, do you... Calling your shot now.
Yep.
The level 18, I think, Scyther?
I think it's 16 in this game.
Yeah. So, a level 16 Scyther.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah. And you set it to be around the same power.
Yep.
So, what do you think it'll be?
One thing that not everybody knows is that Scyther and Scizor have the same base stat total.
I did know that.
So that kind of gives you a idea of what its base stat total is, which should be roughly around a fully evolved second stage Pokemon or so. I don't know, Donphan's kind of sticking out at me right now.
So, the way it balances is not via level or evolution, but via stats.
Yes, stats and typing.
Yeah, it'll be...
Oh. So it is going to be a rough fight no matter what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because it'll be on BST, right? So it could give us something that's super defensive that got really high defense and okay other stats.
Yeah,
Right.
Intuitively, I think Onyx is around that base stat total.
I was thinking that too.
So if it's like an Onyx, I can just drink it with Merc.
Yeah.
And I think I can take on my next push here.
Ooh, we get a new friend.
I'm gonna swap it back.
How many balls do you have? Look at that first.
Let's look at it.
Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, flag.
Let's see what we get.
It's 749.
It's fine. It's an Ekans, which I think you can get here normal.
That sounds right.
I don't know. What I am gonna do is sing to it.
Alright, Internet.
I'm gonna sing. It's gonna rap. It's gonna rap, Ian.
I get it. Alright,
Ian.
Internet.
Ian. It's gonna rap to
Okay.
my singing.
Get it.
Do you know what kind of tolerance it has? Like 10 points on base stat total?
I have no idea.
It would be. I would assume not. It would be close to it. You know, somewhere probably 10 to 20. Either way.
Jinx, Magmar, and Electabuzz are right in there.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, that makes sense.
Pinsir is exactly the same.
That I
Yeah.
think I knew.
So, internet, be thinking of a name. We might be getting a new friend. Oh. Gross.
Try one more ball, just fall asleep.
Ball.
Gengar is exactly the same.
Yes. It's not like I can't beat a Gengar.
We got a snack.
Politoed, Rapidash,
It flutters the tip of its tongue
Golduck.
to seek out the scent of its prey, then swallows the prey whole.
All right, chat.
What we got?
Marth,
Give
or
us the name of a
Sneaky Goose.
female Ekans. And if they don't give us a response here in a minute, then Ian, you gotta pick it.
Oh no. The hardest part of these games.
Oh, Heracross is also exactly the same.
I think I knew that as well.
Houndoom, Donphan. Donphan was a good call because it's exactly the same.
I have a sense for that sort of thing.
It felt like it was close. Female Ekans.
I'm gonna start thinking of a name here. If one of you friends in the chat don't say something, I'm going to pick. We don't have space for boneless donuts,
Probably not.
No.
which was a meme I saw recently. It's a package of donuts with a boneless sticker on it, which made me very upset.
I keep going back to snack, but that's what I call solid snake.
What about pancakes?
That works.
But are they boneless? Inquisitive minds wish to know.
Parents, please make sure your pancakes are boneless before you serve them to your children.
Boneless pancake.
Oh, well. Hey.
It could also be a halucha.
No, it can't.
I think it can. I do know Earl.
Yeah. Ursaring is the same stat total. Houndoom is the same.
That would be dope if you Ursaring.
I think I can beat Mercer.
Alakazam. There's actually a pretty decent spread of things that this could be if it's just exactly the same stat total.
Alakazam's a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
NGL.
Well,
Is
we could
Pikachu.
just
This user likes fat Pikachu.
we could just train up our Eevee until it evolves
I don't
to,
know how soon that's going to be.
Okay.
to cover that possibility.
Also, coolest quick attack and extreme speed animation.
Oh yeah, Quick Attack looks awesome in this game.
It looks anime as hell. You can hear the flash step noise.
Yeah, it's cool. Beat that chew.
Nice. Barbara. Barbara is trying to learn Sweet Kiss.
Do you want to delete nothing move? Defense.
The Sweet
Okay,
Kiss
so
one-
Ian,
Yes.
now you've heard the list. Nathan's feeling Donphan. What are you thinking?
When he said Donphan, I'm like, that sounds right. There was another one I was kind of thinking of when I was initially thinking about it. I was actually thinking Onyx originally. I'm like, Onyx is probably pretty close, and I'm trying to think of because, you know, Scyther still has, you know, what is effectively, you know, a fully evolved Pokemon second stage. So there's a pretty big list. I was thinking Onix, but I keep going back to that Electabuzz. It keeps sticking around in my head. So calling my shot now, Kobe, Electabuzz.
I'm okay with Electabuzz.
Now, Electabuzz is a couple of stats lower.
Again,
It's not on that list of exactly the same.
Again, I don't necessarily think it'll be exactly the same. I think it'll within a, you know, margin of error, you know, 10 or 20 either way. I think it'll just randomly select one of those. So I don't necessarily think that that the list that's dead on has better odds than something that's higher or lower.
Okay, here's my my shot.
Yeah.
It's going to be Miltank, and Whitney is still going to have a Miltank.
Oops, all Miltanks?
I
Yes.
would hate
I think both of
God.
those is going to be true. I think we're going to get the Scyther swapped to a Miltank, and Whitney is... Now, is that possible within the randomizer for it
Yeah.
to randomly pick the same Pokemon?
Yeah.
It's happened several times already.
Alright.
You want some of Kurt's custom balls?
I would love some of Kurt's custom balls.
Oh, you can literally just buy a charcoal too.
I could. Buy 5 balls.
For a bit of cash, yeah, you could.
Like, I can't right now.
No, sir. No.
You need a lot of grinding with a Meowth to make that happen at this point in the game.
Ooh. Great balls are better. I know that you were still talking to her, but that was mine.
Good interpretation.
Slowking would also be interestingly appropriate based on where we are in the world.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
A Slowking would be.
I'd be a little
interesting
scared.
Fight. Yeah, you don't really have anything that counters a Slowking. I mean, Merp, Psychic isn't super effective on Merp, or not Merp, but Marsh. But Marsh is bad.
Yeah. Not great.
Like if it were an Onyx, I would not be scared at all because Quad Soup and
Yeah.
he doesn't really have that good of a physical attack.
Yeah, even your Marsh would take care of an Onyx.
Yeah.
Although you have Betty White.
Yes, Betty White doesn't know any water moves. And it may not be knowing any water moves until he gets served.
Yeah. Which I think Hydro Pump is the only thing it actively learns. Though, what becomes a TM if I remember right?
In Gen 1.
Oh,
But it could be a TM because we've got TMs randomized.
right! I forgot. Go.
Are you gonna try to fight the rival before?
No.
Possibly.
Why?
I may be more scared of whatever Scyther is than
Then an
his
Unown?
unknown.
You're right. That Unown is a really, really good Pokemon for his highest level to be.
It's
We know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
substantially less scary. Run, Kurt, run!
No, don't run. You might fall and hurt your back.
No, I don't think that's possible. You
No.
can even go over here. Look at his tools.
I forget you can do that.
Yep. Just a cool little bit of world building.
Young Professor Oak. Lucky champ. I'll show you. No, I'm good.
I didn't want to see the radio. I mean, video killed the radio star.
Really did.
I'm gonna go over here and do just a little bit of that. You're gonna hear me say that a lot in this series, so get used to that.
Yeah. If you compare the last series and this one, there'll be a little more grinding in this one than I think I did. Not to say I didn't grind that.
Well, and I think you did some of your grinding off stream too. And we may do that, especially if I get stuck with a sun kern.
What? No. Who needs to grind up a sun current?
The comparison I might make is I once used a Letty Baw in Hoenn, actually. And what I did with it is I literally just put it 10 levels above everything else in my team.
Put 10 levels above everything else.
And that was about the power level I wanted it at.
Yeah. It's funny.
So I may take some off-stream time and just do that. We'll see. Maybe if we lose the bug-catching contest.
Listen, I believe in you, just like I believe in Marshall Mathers.
I believe in Marshall Mathers. But I don't trust that Eminem guy. And, I mean, Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what he's doing?
No,
He's both slim and shady.
Can't even get him to stand up.
Doesn't show a whole lot of initiative, that Slim Shady.
No. And apparently there's some fake ones? I don't know. Last I saw, he was in the trailer park.
Betty White. I am, at some point in the stream, just going to accidentally refer to that one band with Betty White in the name. You know them.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Don't go Googling that, kids. Hey, Ian, what you Googling?
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh. Okay.
Hey, Ian, what'd you find?
Wholesome internet content.
Good.
Just like what's on this stream.
Somebody's got to have asked her about the name of that band, right?
I'm sure.
She has to have like an opinion on it.
Well, or at least her publicist knows about it, and
Yeah.
and
Well,
has
and
let her know.
Betty White's not exactly one to like beat around the bush.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a if I had kept that Google tab open for more than the 2 seconds it took me to process that name.
I'm gonna make a little step here that speeds things up just a little bit.
And he won't forget about it.
Yeah, your two's responsibility is to help me remember to turn those back on.
So we caught an Ekans here on this route, right?
Yes.
Is that a normal catch here?
I think that's.
so.
I think that is. At least in some game. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Which.
That's really unfortunate.
It
happens.
I kind of like Ekans.
Well, no, just that we're doing a randomizer and we
And
got something that
You
wasn't
get the
random.
vanilla thing.
Yeah. I did a randomizer once where I knew I randomized.
Bird.
Dang.
I like
Good.
I did a randomizer once, and I could not figure out why it wasn't randomizing, because the starter was the same.
Yeah.
The far left starter, whatever it was, I think it was Gen 4, Soul Silver. And I kept on getting Chikorita in that far left slot.
Yeah.
I was like, why isn't the randomizer working? I'm doing everything right. But I did never check the other two balls. Until I finally did and realized that the randomizer was working. It had just given me Chikorita as one of the randoms.
Oops.
I was playing a Fire Red run, randomized run, and I had
There are too many birds.
yeah, I don't know. They trained hardening it. And I randomized gift Pokemon, and I still got a Lapras from the hideout takedown, and that was just always really funny to me. I love Lapras, don't get me wrong. But
I'm going to avoid using Turbo around here.
so that he doesn't speed into the cave and
No, so I don't speed into the rival map.
that too.
The joke in the Nuz forums was don't Turbo into Silver.
I think you gotta deal with Cyndaquil both places.
Cyndaquil, I think I'm going to have to deal with. Man, there's just no good place to grind a Sun Kern around here, is there?
I don't think there's any good reason to grind a Sunkern, but you disagree with me on this point, so
Yeah.
I'll just have to live with it.
Yep. If nothing else, it makes for a fun story.
One time when Nathan refused to
Get rid of that Sun Kern?
Yeah.
That's basically how I've got, like, things like unknowns through games. I'm going to go ahead and use... I'm going to see what's in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good. Hey there, I fell down.
can't move. I wonder what Pokemon that Kurt uses.
Electro.
Why?
Ball.
Oh. I don't think it knows any flying moves yet.
Brave call.
Just kind of get a sense for this sort of thing.
Bug.
Now I can flump.
Now we have a flow.
Beat all the Pokemon in there, I guess. Oh, hey, Phil. Oops. Probably should get an attack. Maybe Jigglypuff. Good question. You should do that.
We'll do it.
Please. Yeah.
You can do that.
We can get figured out. Okay.
We do have a problem. We bought one anyway. How
I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging.
changing, rearranging.
I'm gonna swap back to pound. And swap that. Off there.
No, it's not.
It's fine. It's fine.
There you go. Best
Just gonna
step
make
is up.
slamming A little bit faster.
Once you get everybody up. Ooh,
Somehow I got poisoned.
what does he know, David? What does
Metronomes.
might be a thing to not speed through
Yeah.
once we get
Here. I really was liking what I was getting that cake.
See, it's been doing pretty well.
Okay, straight. Watch out. Pokemon.
Get me and on.
There we go.
Counter rates are weird sometimes. Get everybody to level 15 is what I assume you're doing.
I'd like to. I think this rocket guy, his coughing is normally level 14.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of like to be level 16. We'll see if I'm patient enough to do that.
Level 8, 12.
I think we can go here. The end of the stream.
With the turbo, you can do it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, what does the rival have here? He's got Zubat, starter.
Vanilla, in Azalea Town, I believe the rival has Zubat, Ghastly, and mid-stage starter.
Okay. So, what do you think that Zubat's doing?
Could be a lot of things. Off the top of my head, Geo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Horn attack. Oh yeah.
That seems about right. And you, dude. What about for the gas?
Abra.
Yeah. You have any thoughts on it, Rusty?
Sorry?
What do you think the rival's going to have in place of Ghastly and Zubat?
In place of Ghastly, Ghastly's got real bad stats.
I've seen worse. Seen better.
Oh, there it is. Hop it.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's in the right range, right? For a Ghastly?
Oh,
Probably.
Ghastly's strength is in its typing.
Certainly its uniqueness.
Yeah. And instead of his Zubat,
yep.
Oh, how these Togepi's keep getting poison moves.
Because Metronome.
It's going to hit me with its next move.
But it cannot hit you if it's a one-hit KO move.
Can.
No. You're double its level.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to do anything, but it will hit.
Yeah.
It'll say Butterfree is unaffected.
Because one-hit KO moves do not work if the user is a lower level than the target Pokemon.
instead of a Zubat, it's going to be a Seal.
I think it can be.
That would be kind of interesting.
I fought a seal. I've also fought the Law, but the Law won.
I was going to say, I've also fought a Seal, but we're talking about Pokemon here.
I fought Seal.
Did you get a kiss from a rose?
You get a kiss from a rose on the gray.
Why do you think I fought Seal?
What I'm going to go do is I'm going to beat these Rocket Boys, and I think that might make for a stream.
Alright.
You want us to stop taking tails?
He's a good
How
little
will we
fox.
bait Sonic into attacking our egg-shaped villain lair?
You got it. You made the reference.
Good job.
Oh, shoot. I didn't get hardly roll the 15. I need to do that.
Burp.
Can't play Merp. He's going to throw a rocket.
Merp's gonna burn you. And by burn, I mean throw rocks at you.
Can't burn the Merp. Yeah, no.
It knows teleport.
It's got to know hit by a rock. Dancer Max.
I could see it.
With that hair? Yeah. And Butterfree will just kind of melt things.
Trying to learn sleep powder. I do.
Ooh.
Bye, Harden.
That'll be fun.
That is, in fact, gonna be fun.
You want to switch Hardening out?
I do not. Because it's level 15. Like everything else.
I didn't know if you wanted to leave to someone else, mostly.
I'm gonna go out and heal real quick
Yeah.
before I fight the executive.
Uh,
They don't have
Dancer-
names in this generation.
It might
Dancer
yeah,
Robin.
Dancer Robin's gonna get... That's brave.
What's a super effective Gus gonna do?
Crit.
Possibly. Still not afraid of it. And I didn't need to worry about it.
You just kind of...
I planned that.
Yeah. Play.
Never did not have it.
Just switch out, man.
I am gonna murk. I saw a slug, wanted to murk it.
Merp, 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 merp. Mr. Krabs sounded motherfucker. SpongeBob, why aren't you back in the grill making me money? Merp, 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 merp.
And I beat it out.
Good job. You threw a rock at an owl till it died.
I did. And that's how I defeated Dancer Robin. And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Don't bring up that first.
Who is named Robin? Spoilers.
I don't think the Robin was the mother. I think it was somebody else, but he still wound up with the Robin at the end.
Okay.
I don't know,
Whatever.
it's a bunch of-
I've never seen any of them. I've only had somebody rant at me
You're not
the
missing
entire
much.
plot for 45 minutes.
He... Oh, it's a bad... Like, he is the quintessential sitcom cis white dude that,
Is actually a horrible person.
yeah.
There is a episode of Off Hours that centers around that topic that everyone should go watch.
It's a very good episode. Let's see.
It's actually a two-parter, and Ted Mosby has this entire second half dedicated to him. The first half is dedicated to the Eric Formans and the JDs from Scrubs, and the other sitcom protagonists that nobody cares about.
So that's 70 shows.
What? JD from Scrubs and Eric Foreman are bad people?
Yeah.
No. That doesn't sound right.
I know, I'm shocked.
What if I based my entire personality around
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace's seminal Hit character. Eric Foreman. Who is known specifically for having a foot in his ass.
Alright. Dancer Anne. If that is your real name.
It's not.
It's about to get crabby up in here. Put your crabs to sleep. You know what you didn't do? Remind me to do, Ian?
Yeah.
Turn on animations. This could have been a laser crab.
It could have been a laser crab, I'm sorry.
Hey, Nathan.
Yeah.
Ian's gonna forget to tell you, but you should turn animations back on.
Yeah, I think I should do that, Rusty. Thank you for reminding me. Unlike somebody.
Okay, I'm the worst brother in existence, okay? I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, luckily, I was able to defeat that crab, even if it wasn't super duper exciting.
Your worst brother.
Yep.
No. Alright, boys and girls and that Technicolor rainbow in between.
Or not any part of that. Yeah. And Kurt's gonna go check on the Slowpoke. It is back.
He should have said. He should have said Team Rocket has blasted off.
You should have.
Why should he have said that, Rusty?
I don't know. It just feels right.
Good fun.
Alright. I'm gonna save some games.
Yeah.
Maybe even save some frames.
No, we save animals in this house. In this house, we save the animals in Super Metroid streams.
Okay. That's going to be it for the Crystal stream. Please check back with us on Sunday. Possibly different time. Ian and I are going to be out of town, but we'll get that worked out.
Yeah, we might do like a late night stream Sunday or something. We'll try to keep you posted on the social medias.
Yep.
Which you can follow us. We've got mine is Rusty_Manfang.
Yep.
Nate.
Oh, I am at Hughes.n8 on Twitter.
And I think I am Pink SSB less.
You are at Pink SSB. So
We really should make a channel Twitter.
Probably.
yeah, probably. But yeah, so come check us out. It's gonna be fun. We should
That'll be
hopefully
the
finish
real
Kingdom Hearts this
finale.
time.
That'll be the real finale, the finale to
Yes.
the finale of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
Until the DLC drops and we get a new finale.
Yep.
That'll be soon, actually. That is happening before the end of the year, and we have a month, right about 2 months before the end of the year. So that'll be happening real soon.
It will be. I'm very excited.
Yes, but next week we will definitely finish.
Okay.
Or Sunday, we will definitely finish Kingdom Hearts.
All right.
All right.
That's the stream from us, pals. Have a good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.